Do if I told you I was an actor? No, I'm not. No, don't believe me. I'm really not an actor. It'd be awesome if I were, but I'm not. But I'm glad that I'm not famous for a few reasons. Um, Fame is not exactly all glitter and gold. As a matter of fact, it's a lot of, well, hectic lifestyles, a lot of hectic things going on. Because in fame, people have a different view of you than you actually are. Um, for one, you're always perfect. You know, they put you in pictures where you never have a pimple, you never have any speech impediments, nothing. You know, you are just the perfect human being, and media portrays that. It helps do that. Now, a lot of people don't know is a lot of the actors out there and albums you see, they're a little bit photoshopped, just a little touch up here, touch up there. And, they look natural. They look like natural pictures. But those little bit of touch ups, it's not something that's too noticeable. It's not something that troubles you. As a matter of fact, it makes the picture look better. But that's the problem. It makes them look more inhuman than anything. That's why, you have a picture of a model and they'll make her a little bit skinnier, or they'll buff up a little bit here, or they'll puff up or slim down a little bit there. Sometimes on a guy, they'll make the muscles a little bit bigger, they'll give him a slight tan. That's not stuff that you really think about, because you look at the picture and it looks like a good picture. You're not even thinking about the fact that it could have been, touched up a little bit. And that's what, like, most of the pictures you see are. And then there are people who are just naturally beautiful, and you see those two, and you really can't tell the difference between two of them. The problem with that is when you see an actor or an actress or people who are on screen, you have this picture perfect image of what you think they are, based on the pictures, based on the way they act, based on the way they talk, blah blah blah. So you get this view. Anyways, you get this view of people that is a little exaggerated, but at the time it makes sense to you. Oh man, they sing so well. That's how you get singers who literally can't sing. I mean, they can sing, but they can sing better in the studio than they can in any other setting. Because they have the voice, but then they start doing drugs or something like that, or they didn't really train themselves really well, so they had the voice, they had a one hit, and everyone got this big old view of them like, oh, they're the most perfect person in the world, and all of a sudden they're amazing, they're famous, everyone loves them, and they're holding on a bigger weight than they can handle. So that's why sometimes you have actors who rise to the top and they are amazing, and then you have actors who get to the top and they're just like, or singers, anyone who becomes famous, who gets to the top and you're like, how are you up here? You don't act like anything amazing. There's nothing to you that's spectacular. You're just, you're another person. To me, you're normal. There's nothing extraordinary about you. Sometimes people have that down to earth. That's the best type of people, the down to earth actors, because they aren't like, oh, you know who I am, blah 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 blah. I gotta tell you this, gotta tell you this about my title and that, because I'm so awesome, man. I got all this money, I got all the girls, blah blah blah. It's like, no one wants to hear that. But when you have someone who's like, hey, you know what? I came from a small town, and you know what? You can do big things too. It's kind of like, hey, this person's actually human. Like, most times you hear the word superstar and you see superhuman, extraordinary talent, awesomeness, like glowing from their face, like everything. It's just everything about them is just amazing. So it's like, oh my gosh, that is Britney Spears. She's so amazing. I think Britney Spears is like out of date now. I'm just using an example, but like Beyonce, oh my gosh, that's Beyonce. I can't believe that's Beyonce. Oh, man. Dudes will be like, man, that's Beyonce. Whoo, yes. If she comes over here and talk to me, I'm getting her number, Good luck with that, guys. Good luck. I want to see that. Nah, that's probably not gonna happen. But anyways, what I'm saying is you have this superhuman aspect to him. When I went to see my first concert, well, first of all, I wasn't really, I didn't really have friends then that point in my life, and I wasn't really talking to people either. So I was just incredibly awkward, it was incredibly awkward for me to talk to people at that time, and I was like where I am today, and the way I see things now, the way I talk now, I wasn't able to really do that. It wasn't easy for me to talk to people. It was like pulling teeth. It was not an easy task for me. So what ended up happening was we got to see these people on the concert, and like they weren't really that famous. It was just a simple little rock band, and Mission Six, if you ever heard of them. And they're really good. So we got to meet them, and we got them sign things like, "Oh, you guys are really good." And like the whole time I was trying to talk to them, I'm sitting there, I couldn't say anything. So I'm like, I became really nervous, and that's why like when I tried to speak, it was and I was just, you know what? And I walked away, and I'm like, oh, that was the most embarrassing moment in my life. But that was the first time I realized, when you meet a celebrity, there's like this type of, well, they're so talented and they're so awesome, kind of glow to them, and you're like, they're human. They're just like you. They went to school. They did all these other things. I mean, they may have some other things like more views or more people looking at them, but they're still another human being. And when I saw that, it was like, you know what? It's not really. Every time you meet someone, even when you meet someone rich or you see someone who's super strong, you always have this like feel of surreal. That's the best way I can describe it. Where it's like you see them, but they feel like something off of a movie, or they seem like something that's not. It shouldn't be. It seems like something that belongs